Ladies and gentlemen.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Good.
Good. Long stretch, huh? We're almost there.
Yeah.
Yes, very good. Okay, what we want to do today here is something that has never been done before, at least that we know of. Brazil IT is a corporate identity of the government's program to showcase the best of breed Brazilian IT companies. We have 7 here, and we want you to visit them all at our booth. And we're going to take the classic elevator pitch for investment funding approach. And all 7 will have 3 minutes to pitch to you.
Shark Tank.
That's never been done before.
Any harmonicas?
No, but we'll do the summer later. How's that? All right, my name is Robert Janssen. I am one of the coordinators for the Brasil IT project. And all my colleagues are here. I'm going to start here on my left-hand side. Joseph Alfiero from Ecor, Fernando Carriello, who's from MC1, Gloria Hunt from Aurus-Software, Fabio Santini from NetEye, and I have Henry Johns from Cinq Technologies, and Bob Hartman from Augmentation. All these companies are Brazilian DNA, but they're currently U.S. corporations doing business, as you know, on a daily basis. So, all at the end, what we want to showcase to you is that we have a little different approach, which is people-centric approach. So before they each one get started on their 3-minute pitch, I'm going to do the Brazil IT pitch. So instead of telling you about IT and all of that unsexy stuff, I want to ask you, who likes pizza? Come on. Yeah. So if you like pizza the way we do, thin and crusty, next time you guys in San Francisco, you've got to stop at North Beach Pizza. I am a half Brazilian, half American. I go from Rio to San Francisco every other 45 days. But every time I stop in San Francisco, I stop at John's little store, little pizza shop, one door. Next time I was there, he had his smile pierced to his ear. He doesn't wear a piercing anyways. But anyways, I said, John, why are you so smiley? He said, Robert, I beat those guys to the punch today. I said, who? Who do you beat? Pizza Hut and Domino's Pizza. What did you do? I delivered a more amount of pizzas to the entire Bay Area than they did. I said, come on, John, how can you possibly do that? You're a single door. Those guys are a franchise with units all over the Bay Area. He says, Robert, I have a very tight delivery team. 40 motorcyclists. I said, wow, where do you find these guys? Robert, I only have one criteria to hire them. And what is? Be Brazilian. I said, what's so special about being Brazilian? He said, no, Robert, think about this. They bring 3 critical success factors to my business. 1, business expertise. If they can drive those motorcycles like they do down in Sao Paulo, they can drive anywhere else in the world. They can beat the rich cows of India. 2, reliability. They're not committed to a 9-to-5 job. They're not committed to a job description. They're committed to getting things done, whatever it takes. And 3, flexibility, Robert. It doesn't matter what type of unforeseen event it happens out there in the front line. They don't bring back to me a problem. They tell me what solution they gave. So, ladies and gentlemen, I invite you to take those 3 critical success factors and bring them into your own world right now. Don't you need business expertise? Don't you need reliability commitment? Don't you need flexibility and creativity? Well, that's at the core of the people-centric approach of the Brazilian IT value proposition. And from now on, I'm going to let my colleagues let you know a little bit of what they do in that arena of being committed, of being flexible, and knowing what they're doing. Thank you very much. So, Bob, take it away.
All right, thank you. Again, like Robert said, we try something a little different rather than have somebody stand up here and talk for 20 minutes about just their solution. Give you a flavor for who's in the booth. Try to encourage you to come on in and stop in tonight. First company is ActMinds, a company that I've been working with for a number of years. Been in business for about 25 years, about 10 years in the United States. Have a corporate office in the Philadelphia area. So you'd be dealing with a U.S. corporation, as Robert said before. 3 development centers in Brazil with about 400 professionals. handling just about every technology except mainframe COBOL. We don't do COBOL. If we get a client that's got a little bit of COBOL, and we do, we get them every so often. We've got subcontractors, business partners that will farm it out to, and we'll do the other work. You aren't seeing a lot of it. A lot of the mainframe COBOL is still in the banking side. One of our clients is Bank of Boston, and you're probably saying, Bank of Boston, that's not a name that we've heard for a long time, but they had such name recognition in Brazil that if you go to Brazil, you'll still see Bank of Boston buildings down there. They never changed the name because of the recognition they had. So again, that's who we are. Again, about 400 professionals handling all the different technologies. Just to give you a flavor for some of the clients, globally and in the United States, handling just about everything from social networking, a lot of healthcare, SAPs, the Golden Gates of the world who were bought by SAP. In the banking side, and some of the other ones, the names you'll recognize, Bank of America, Citibank, Deloitte, Microsoft, JP Morgan. Very heavy in the banking. One of our banking solutions, any bank that's doing business in Brazil uses a part of our software. Every bank that does business in Brazil touches our software. Okay, thanks. What we're offering today, this is what we're being drawn into in the United States. Not globally, we're trying to concentrate on the US market. Doing a lot of work with e-commerce, those Java, .NET. Done a lot of work for Budweiser, Nike, a whole bunch of those kinds of clients. Doing a lot of cloud computing solutions using both Amazon and Azure. We're getting pulled into a lot of that stuff. iOS and Android applications and games. Last year we were the largest applications, mobile applications developer in Brazil with a little over 200 projects. SharePoint portals, very heavy demand in the US and especially in Canada. Everybody's hot on SharePoint. We've got a whole development center that just does SharePoint and .NET. And web applications development using, again, just about every technology that's out there. We've even got a group that does strictly Ruby on Rails, PHP and stuff like that. So very high demand. That's it for me.
Okay, because we're doing this 3-minute pitch, we didn't have to ask you that your questions that you do it in writing and we can answer them after at the end. Or if we don't have time to answer because our time will be up, we will be welcoming you at the booth and answer any question you may have, all right? So next question now, next company is Aurus-Software. The gentleman is supposed to be here, he cannot make it, so I'm going to fill in for him. And Aurus-Software is focused on IT services management platform. So some of the major IT services providers here in this country that are from Brazil, and some of them are from other places of the world, are using his platform. Who currently is engaged with any Brazilian company today? No one? Who is wanting to? Come on, raise your hand. All right. Anyone outsourcing? Anyone outsources? No? Anyone considering outsourcing? Yes? Okay. So whenever, and even not only in the outsourcing space, but if you're dealing with servicing your clients, you need to understand the workflow of understanding how those service is actually taken all the way through and given to your client and 100% adherent to what they need. So how do you follow every process, every activity that goes on with your customer management? This is where IT services management, all our software platform comes. So it's compliant with most ITO best practices. You can parameterize everything that you need. It's in 3 languages, English, Portuguese, and Spanish. And it's a very fast implementation, easy to use tool. So here's a benchmark of all the benefits. So it integrates with your strategy. It helps you with compliance. It gives you total efficiency. It's completely adherent to the compliance issues and the security side. So whatever you have to do with SOX, HIPAA, and any other regulatory environments that you are obliged to go by. And it's considered also a productivity tool. And anyone interested in learning more about this, we do invite you to come by the booth so we can do a demo for you. So when you look at the basic benefits, it improves your fast decision making, it helps you reduce costs, it standardizes your procedures, it improves your productivity, it ensures business continuity, and it also improves your customer relationships. At the end of the day, you're following, you're tracking everything that's happening to attend to that particular need that has come from your service desk. So it's a full-blown service desk, and anyone here is catering to go outside US? Anyone already has business outside US? You only you, Furtado? And that's Brazilian name, by the way. Did you know that? Portuguese, yeah. So anyone who's actually addressing outside the US has to address in different languages, like Spanish, for instance. Or maybe there's 60 million Hispanic consumers in this country alone. Anyone has a Hispanic customer base? So maybe you want to be addressing these people in Spanish as well. Okay? So this is what it is for our software. I'm going to bring the next company up.
Yeah. Good afternoon. My name is Henry John. I represent Cinq Technologies. We're in Curitiba, Brazil, which is southeastern Brazil. I work out of Atlanta, Georgia. Cinq Technologies is a software development company. We have about 200 professionals. We've been elected one of the best places to work in Brazil in IT. We're 20 years old. We've been doing IT for 20 years, and we've been offshore for 10 years. Thanks. What's our value proposition? Okay. What we do is we can increase your return on investment for your high-level IT professionals. How do we do that? Well, we do IT staff augmentation. And I would say that most of your DBAs and your senior level people spend 80% of their time working on legacy systems. How many people have legacy systems that can relate to that? Okay. You want them working on the new stuff. And by using our IT staff augmentation solution, you can have people working out of our facilities in Brazil that are directed by your senior people that are doing the legacy support, that are doing the redundant activities that they do all day. So you can focus your high-level people on strategic planning, thinking. They can focus on process automation. They can learn about new technology. So you're freeing them up, and they're a very valuable asset to you. Okay, now if you bog them down with the legacy stuff, are you going to lose them? Somebody going to come around and say, hey, we got a new system, new solutions, because what do IT people like to do? They want to work with the new stuff, right? Right? But these guys have been on your company, on your teams for 5 years or more. They understand your business logic, your systems, they know your clients, and you want to keep them. But by using us, setting up a facility where we have dedicated people working with them, we don't direct them. They report to your senior people. We just staff and recruit them, and we manage them from an HR standpoint. And you'll also get support from me in helping you with offshore team management. I've been doing it for 20 years. Okay, and I help the team down there understand how to work on U.S. companies. And this is a solution where I've seen results of other clients. And I can talk about that with you at the booth is provide. So we're offering custom application development. We do software development. We do mobile apps development. We do digital publishing. We do those things. But one area where we can help you out a lot is in the staff augmentation model. And if you have time, stop by the booth. I'd love to talk to you about that. Thank you.
Thank you.
.NET, PHP, and Ruby. Contact our New York office to discuss how we can help you.
All right, we'll start from the beginning. I'm Joe with eCore. This is going to be a quick video. It'll give you a good understanding of what we do, and then I have some more touch points that I'll go over. There we go.
eCore, Access talented software developers in an easy and flexible way to help your software development business grow and succeed. Are you facing problems developing reliable, high-quality software and meeting tight deadlines? You have already tried outsourcing, but it didn't exactly work out for you? Is your company struggling to find and retain talented software developers? Is it hard for you to scale up your business in a cost-effective way? That's where Ecor comes in. We offer nearshore outsourcing of application development from our development center in Brazil with strict confidentiality terms for great savings and flexibility. Ecor was awarded by Computer World as one of the best companies to work for. Ecor brings you the best in application development, quality assurance, and maintenance using languages such as Java, .NET, PHP, and Ruby. Contact our New York office to discuss how we can help you.
That gives you a brief overview of what we do, and I'll talk a little bit about what makes us special. We are based in Brazil in the southern province, Porto Alegre, and then I am based with a couple other project managers and delivery managers in New York. So we have a good blend of that onshore, offshore, or nearshore, as we like to say, presence. It's flexible. We have an established delivery process that's tested, proven, so we're confident in our model. We have some competitive rates. We're not always as cheap as India or China, but we do have, some cost savings to you guys at the end of the day in the U.S. market. We have the ability to help you ramp up your teams in an efficient and quick manner. I don't know how many of you guys, have worked on a software development project, but sometimes the need just increases like that, and we can help add employees in the proper positions to help meet demand. And like I mentioned in the beginning, we have the onshore project management model, which really can put you guys at ease, give you a little bit more comfort that you're always going to be able to get someone. You're not just sending it into the deep blue sea and never be able to hear from it again. But just real quick, I'm going to give you a couple examples of, it's not there. We had another slide that had some companies examples. Some of our major clients are R.R. Donnelley. We recently started working with a social networking site called unation.com. If you guys want to check it out. We helped actually develop another software platform with Atlassian, which is a large Australian group. They make development tools. And if you have questions, I'd love to talk to you guys. Come by, say hello. We'll all be there and happy to answer any questions you guys have. Thank you.
So the good news is this company met with a potential client yesterday and is in a meeting right now. So he asked me to fill in again. Which that's good news for him, right?
That's a good problem to have, huh?
Yeah. So Ilegra, this is one more company that's also established in the U.S. Coincidentally, has its delivery center in Porto Alegre. They are very focused in DBA, automation, and also focused on ERP implementation, SAP, Oracle. Brazil is very big in the ERP space. I'm going to tell a little story about how creative ERP is in Brazil. This happened with one of the big, largest German ERP companies. And so they have this solution which integrates the retail outlet with distribution center and with production facility, manufacturing facility. So it's just a just-in-time process. Well, the largest bank in Brazil, called Itaú, decided to use it to manage its money, going to the ATMs into the bank branches. And that's how they manage it. Well, the guy in the bank configuring the software, trying to install it, had a configuration issue. So he calls a company in Germany and asks for the particular solution help desk. And the guy comes on the phone in Germany, and okay, where are you from? I'm from Banco Itaú, and yeah, I'm installing your software here, and I'm having a few glitches. Can you help me? I said, are you from the financial industry? He said, yes, I am, a bank. I'm sorry, we don't make that solution for the bank. And hung up on him. So he said, well, wait a minute, what's going on here? So he calls back Germany again, and he asks for the financial help desk. I'm a bank, we go to finance. So you just said, I'm here from Banco Itaú, finance, and I have an issue with one of your software trying to install it here, and then we can't be able to seem to configure. Can you help me? Which software is it? Oh, software XYZ. Oh, we don't make that software for banks, I'm sorry. Boom, hung up on it. Well, today, that's one of the cash cows of that company in the financial industry. Right? So Ilegra is also that same type of focus on creativity. They're very focused in managing people. They're very people-centric. They're very proud in keeping tabs with the best places to work and so forth. They are in Toledo, Ohio, United States, and they're also in São Paulo and Porto Alegre. In Brazil, differently from the United States, where we have an even economic development east-west, Brazil sometimes you have big regional and economic differences as well. So if you want to be considered a nationwide organization in Brazil, you've got to be in São Paulo for market purposes. If you want to be close to the political and government side, you've got to be in Brasilia. But anywhere else is not considered so national as São Paulo. So that's why you'll see most companies in Brazil will be somewhere with a delivery center, but they'll have an office in São Paulo because they need to be recognized as national. So here are some of the clients that they are involved with. Some of our household names are here in the United States. So John Deere, Thomson Reuters, Tyson Crook. Abril is the largest publisher in South America. They publish the Time Equivalent magazine and all the others that come along. It's a huge conglomerate. And then you have also TNT, which is a logistics company, Tyson Crook, also another infrastructure building facility company. So this is Ilegra, Toledo, Ohio, São Paulo, and Porto Alegre. The next company coming up now, I'll invite you to talk to MC1.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Fernando Carriello, and as you can see, I'm the tech support for the whole team. Well, I've tried, right? They don't know how to configure a computer, how to put a network on, that's me. I represent MC1. MC1 is a mobile corporation, and MC means that was created together with Mitsubishi company. That's why MC1, we never discovered why it was one. We could integrate MC2, 3, and 4, but we bought them out 5 years ago. So it's a pure Brazilian company that belongs to a group of investors and some of the directors. We are a different company. We used to say that we do mobile right. We don't do mobile application. We just do a mobile strategy for the corporation. Most of you must have ERP in-house. You're not running your company QuickBooks, right? Is anyone running a company QuickBooks here? Okay, just kidding, but yeah, sometimes it happens. And what we do, we partner together with the companies, our clients, to understand what are the needs to remote use mobile to the remote teams. Can be salespeople, can be executives, can be people that work remotely, and to create a mobile strategy to use the ERP system that are inside the company, outside of the company, using mobile devices, without the need of desktop or a web connection to that. But when I say there's no need a web connection, because we also create the applications to work offline. Sometimes you're flying on an airplane, you need to work, there's no web connection, and you stop working. No, we can have the application working for you offline. This is very useful for Salesforce operations. When they are traveling around, we can use there are some places in the world there are no web connection, no 3G, 4G, 2G, no Gs. Right, and you can use cheap cell phones to make it work for you. So that's why the idea of a mobile strategy is not to create an iPad or an iPhone application for you so you can have HTML5 nice for everyone. You're going to have the application developed for the exact need of the company. This is one example of some of our customers. Nextel, Kraft, Kimberly-Clark. We are in 17 countries in South America and the US. We have offices in the US, in Florida, in Miami, because I live there, right? I have advantage of that. Argentina and Venezuela. We are serving corporations for consumer packaged goods, electronics, telecom, all the breadth. We have software for Salesforce, already packaged for Salesforce automation, for service automation, and you also develop some workflow management tools for different industries. This was my nicest slide, but unfortunately, when we put on press, it didn't work. Currently, we have 30,000 users using our platform in the world. It's over 300 clients, active clients. We manage all their systems. We have mobile as a service, from the device management, even the device replacement, to help desk support. All the works when there is engagement between MC1 and the client, they forget about the mobile and deliver to us. Thank you very much.
Next one. 3 minutes.
Good, right?
3 minutes left.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Fabio Santini, CEO of NetEye. Just more earlier. Sometimes images, they speak a lot more than words, so that's why I'm not presenting this just by myself today. I invite my friend Dilbert to help me. But please.
Do you have an appointment? You called me. Excuse me. I said, answer my question. I did. I see. Still want to play games? Me? Yes, you. What do you want with me? Sign the papers. I can't see them. Oh, poor you. It's just a simple confession. Standard procedure in the Human Resources Department. Using the internet for personal business. Pilfering dry erase markers. Kidnapping the Lindbergh baby? Shooting Larry Flint? Wait a minute. I'm signing this. Oh, yes you are. I make a fortune at autograph shows. Hey, wait a minute. I didn't do any of these things. You should have thought of that before I forged your confession. Thanks for playing. Now, go away. Attention, attention. Dilbert has signed the confession. You may treat him like a pariah. That is all.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Chapter 4, Time Management. Always postpone meetings with time-wasting morons.
How do you do that?
Can I get back to you on that?
So NetEye, it's an IT management tool, but focus on managing how people use IT resources. So we have this solution working in Brazil, over 20,000 active licenses we have right now, and we have 5 main features. These situations we just show you, we don't want them to have in our companies. So that's why NetEye can help managing software licenses. We want to compare what you have installed on the network with what we have purchased. We want to know if when the softwares are going to expire, and especially you want to know if we really need to renew those licenses. So we have an activity tracking tool that's all in the single suite. You can measure how much time people spend on each software, so you can know if you need to renew it or not. And you also can know how much time people spend, let's say, distracted on the internet, because nowadays with social media and such. We have also a data loss prevention tool, a security module that we call it. That's very important to prevent important projects to leak away from the company. Controlling USB devices, modding 3G, blocking non-authorized applications and website, even offline, even if the person is traveling with a laptop, for example. And inventory tracking tool, that's related to the software license management. And remote access to give the IT team the ability to support their users faster. So